Bam. Welcome back, guys. We are live tonight, getting ready to rock and roll. And I know you guys took a look at what we're going to be talking about tonight. Hello, Lori. Welcome to the program tonight. So we are going to get rolling here as soon as we get all these controls and everything all set up. Now, anybody coming from Facebook, please go to this. Please go to this link and give StreamYard permission to use your Facebook name. Otherwise, you show up as Facebook user when you make a comment, and we'd like to know who we're speaking with. So if you're coming from Facebook, please head over and do that. So welcome, Advocates for Justice Legal Service. I'm Coach Neighbors, and tonight we're going to be talking about some fun, having some fun, punching someone. Yeah, I'm thinking about sending the legal team home early tonight because it's about to get hot up in here. So tonight we're going to be talking about controlling the attorneys before the hearing and during the hearing. And I got quite a bit to say, so I may not get it all in tonight. If I don't, then the next stream will just finish up what we started tonight. So we're going to just get straight into it. Welcome to Advocates for Justice, Paralegal, Advocates for Justice, Legal, Advocates for Justice, Advice, Legal Guys Advice Service. We provide the tools, you do the work. Now, I'm going to cover controlling the court process. That's one of the things that's the main goal. One of the goals that we're achieving in this program. How to control the court process and stop being a damn defendant. We're going to talk about how to turn the heat up on the attorneys and a couple of the things that some of the new people are doing. Hello, Joyce. Welcome to the show tonight. I'm glad you could make it. And James, all right. We're seeing some familiar faces up in here tonight. And Jen Neeb Office was you guys, thank you guys for sharing your time tonight. And I am going to, oh yeah, I like that. James said, go for it. That's what we do up in here. So we about to do just that. And I'm doing pretty damn good. It's been a rough week. A rough last week and a half. My account got hacked, and they actually commandeered my YouTube channel and took my stinking profile picture off of my homepage. They removed my stinking picture. Okay, actually, they removed everything off my homepage. Yeah, that was kind of freaky. But I'm still here. I got control of it back. And I redone the homepage. The homepage has been reconstructed, and so it will be a lot easier to understand and get around. The newer stuff is up front instead of the newer stuff being in the back, and you have to go hunt for it. You guys already know that my channel is divided into playlists, so I have the playlists in order of the most important ones. And the instructional video playlist is also in the first frame of the homepage. So the first frame of the homepage. So y'all can see that. Well, I wouldn't be saying that if I hadn't done some homework up in here. So yeah, I know I'm telling y'all to do the homework. Well, I'm doing mine too. So, and that's for sure. And we're going to talk about a few other things tonight that we've learned and some of the changes that we're implementing in our process. Now, I have a webinar training that's going on. Our next training right now, I'll probably have one before this one. I have a marriage dissolution training scheduled for the 28th, I think, of August, of tomorrow, of next month. And so I probably have another foreclosure training in between that time. It's been kind of complicated because I'm still missing one of my emails. I'm waiting for them to respond back to me and give me a new password reset or whatever. So I can't get into some of my stuff. And so, yeah, it's been a little challenging, but I got what I need. And that's all the videos that I spent all these years putting together. So, hey, J-Bo 619, welcome to the show. Got new people up in here too tonight. Rock and roll. All right, then. We're going to see if we can bring some fire to the table to make sure that everybody here leaves with some fire they can stick up in somebody's face. I didn't say. Okay, so they're a little jumpy today. Whenever I talk about whenever I talk about taking care of business with attorneys, they get a little bit antsy because they think I'm going to say too much stuff. But that's all right, because until attorneys get up in my face or come on my show, then they need to just go and sit down. And I welcome them to the show. I'll make another offer. Any attorneys out there that like to come on my show or on my webinar training and let everybody know why y'all giving me a bunch of crap. I said crap. Why y'all giving me a bunch of crap about helping people? I'd be glad to have you on the show, and I'll be nice and let you finish talking. But you only get 5 minutes. Okay. No, seriously. If there's any attorneys out there that like to challenge me on the show, ring me up. My number is not too hard to find. Welcome, Nikki. So let's just get rolling here because I know I got some stuff to talk about tonight. Well, one of the things we're going to talk about tonight, how to turn the heat up on the attorneys and how to add bar members to their own foreclosure lawsuit. Yeah, we've been doing that too, and it's been a hell of a lot of fun. Actually, I'm not doing it. I'm just over here hiding now. Now, one of the things that we're learning here is the key is attacking the illegal court process and procedures that rob you of your due process of law. That's the key, one of the keys. And the strategy is structured to attack the attorney who signed to start the legal process that you're dealing with. It's structured to attack the judge who signed to further the scheme of the illegal process that you're dealing with. And you must attack the corporation that is paying the players mentioned above. So that's like, in a nutshell, how it's supposed to go. If you don't attack the state, because the state is paying them, then the state will finish you off. And I have a couple of people that got evicted because they just did not add the state to their lawsuit as instructed in the instructional videos. Now, I want you guys to make sure when you're going to my channel to check the instructional video playlist to see what's been added. You need to make sure that you're watching the updated instructional video, instructional videos that are placed in the instructional video playlist. Now, one thing that you need to remember too, that the instructional video playlist is the only place you're going to find instructional videos. All the other 300 and something videos are training videos. How people get that shit twisted and they think they're watching an instruction video and they're not. And then they call me and ask me questions that are in the instructional video, and I start to get grumpy because somebody haven't done the homework. So it's time to make somebody run some laps. Okay, sorry. But that's the way this is set up. You watch instructional videos, and the instructional videos show you when you're watching the instructional videos for the lawsuit package that you invested in. I open up the package and I show you the front page of each of the documents, and I talk about what you need to look out for when you're filing it and all of that. Hey, Wendy. Welcome to the stream tonight. And I see you've been following us and commenting on my stuff. So that's real cool. Welcome to the show tonight. And we're going to just keep on rolling because I got a lot to talk about tonight. So, And when you do this and you add these players to when you do this right, you use the federal court can't make you go back. They can't remand your case back to state court. Now, that whole thing is a bunch of crap in the first place, because if you did this properly, you filed your federal lawsuit, you filed your lawsuit in federal court, and they can't remand something filed in that court. But they pull this bullshit, excuse me, they pull this crap over on people's faces because they know that anytime you get something from the judge, everybody's having a heart attack and either breathe in a paper bag and call me all maxed out or message me maxed out. And when you message me maxed out or call me maxed out, if you call me maxed out, I'm probably going to hang up on you because I hate to talk to people maxed out. When you call me or message me maxed out, I can tell. And the first question I'm going to ask you is, so what was the document that they sent you? What was it that you got? And did you understand it? What did you look it up and do a Google search on it and pull? Do you understand why they're sticking that in your face? And if you do, then you should have some kind of an idea of what your game plan should be for attacking that. Now, until you've done all of that, any time that you use communicating with me doesn't have much value, because I don't want to know what they did or what they said, or people want to tell me what the judge said. Judge is full of crap. And if you're doing the right thing, you're suing the judge or recusing the judge or both. And I'm talking either judge, federal judge or state judge. Anytime the judge throws you under the bus, you should do something about it. If you're in my non-conventional program, if you're in their conventional program, then you probably should just go file your appeal. Okay, sorry. You see what I did with that. So let's just get straight into it. Tonight, you're going to learn how to stop being a dang defendant. Now, you must think in terms of controlling the court process, not arguing their lies or defending their lies. You need to think in terms of controlling the court process. That's if you don't control the court process, you're not going to have a chance in hell of getting them to settle down, to stand down and leave you the hell alone. Thank you, Wendy. You're not going to have a chance in hell of getting anything done. Now, we have learned to control the attorneys. We have learned how to control attorneys before court using certain strategies. And I'm going to break down some of those strategies to you right now. I'm trying not to spend too much time on them because I got quite a bit of stuff to talk about. I want to talk about how to control them in court too. But if we don't get to that, we will next week. So one of the first things that we do in controlling the court process, controlling the attorneys before court, is filing a counterclaim in the state court process in the state court foreclosure process, if you have time. Okay. If you're being evicted or whatever and you don't have time to do this, then you just need to get your lawsuit filed. If you face an eviction in state court, then you need to get your lawsuit filed in state court and in federal court to stop the eviction process if you're about to run out of time. That is one of the keys that people are missing. They're filing their lawsuit in state court and then they go sit down and wait. And I don't know what the hell they're waiting for, because if you're suing the state court judge and the state and the attorney, I'm thinking I don't want to have them policing themselves and making a call on the lawsuit that I have against their ass. I think you see the point that I'm making here. So if you don't move it to federal court, then you're allowing them to police themselves. And they do a wonderful job of that. They police themselves very well. Yeah, they're not held responsible for nothing because they need to get your stuff. Now, before you file your counterclaim in their foreclosure case, and you want to add the state, the judge, and the attorney to your counterclaim and file it in the attorney's foreclosure case. And basically what you just done is you just added all of the state, well, you just added the main state player because you didn't add all of them. There's a whole bunch of you added the main state players to the attorney's lawsuit foreclosure action. and you just put their ass in the top as plaintiffs. And remember, you're only the plaintiff if you paid to file that stuff. If you didn't pay to file the stuff, then you're not the plaintiff. Now, we don't go around being a defendant. I can't talk. We don't go around being a stinging defendant for very long. Okay. Yeah, but you really can't call yourself the defendant when you're adding their butts to their own lawsuit and shoving it in their face. I like that their stuff going on. And that's how you do it. You add them all to the lawsuit as a counterclaim. And I've had people that left me, and you can go to my website and take a look at the new reviews. I have people that left me reviews that have done this, and the judge dismissed the eviction action or dismissed the sales date just because they filed that counterclaim. And because here's the thing, the judge told one lady, I can't rule. I've heard enough, but I can't rule because I'm a party to the case. So, like I said, here you're going to learn how to control the court process, because that's the only way you're going to have any kind of a chance to make them get out of your face and leave you the hell alone. Now, we moved the state case over to federal court to be connected with your federal lawsuit. And the whole larger scheme of things is structured to do this. It's structured to do that. You get your lawsuit filed in state court to block the eviction process. You provide that crap in eviction court, but don't waste a whole bunch of time doing that until you get your stuff filed in federal court, because the federal court stuff is what's going to get your back. And using the state court to file your lawsuit there, if you're about to get evicted, is what you need to do to cut the time down. Because if you just file in federal court and you sit and wait, then the federal court's going to stall, and they're going to be on the phone with these fools over here, figuring out how many days they need to get your ass in the eviction protocol. So you have to, and this is what we've learned working with the people, the 600 and something members in our foreclosure rescue Facebook group that have been working with me for years, putting this program together. And these guys provide me the real-time feedback that these attorneys are using to try to get out of stuff, and allows us to make changes and share shit so that everybody all the way across the United States not having to deal with the same crap. So that's how we're doing this. Now, people are stopping after they file their state case in state court, not eviction court, in state court. They're stopping there and just sitting on their hands. And it's not getting very good for those people. You want to get that shit moved over to federal court, because as long as you're in state court and you're suing the state and the judge and the attorney that's licensed by the state, and the judge is paid by the state, and the state has control of your property deed through real estate deed fraud because they fail to deliver it to you as mandated by the property transfer laws of the state. So there you go. And the fact that they registered your deed in their property allowed the first illegal lien to be put on your property. And most people don't know what the first illegal lien was. The first illegal lien was the mortgage lien. And here's why it was illegal. If there were several people who own a property, all of those people would have to be present to assign the lien against the property, right? Yep, I'm going to answer myself because y'all taking too long. Okay, sorry. And so the fact that that alleged lender accepted your name on shows that you owned it already, and they screwed you over. So. And I tell them I box and play football. Those are two things that that not smart people do. Okay, so we have to keep it simple. And people don't realize when you keep it simple, it closes the door on arguing. Okay, the way their program is structured, when the arguing's over, the judge buddy gets to help them. Yeah, it's pretty simple to me, so I ain't trying to argue. And if you talk about any of their crap, it opens the door for the arguing. And you may well go home and throw your own. I wasn't going to say that. Throw your own stuff in the yard. Okay, sorry. So don't stop if you're in state court. Don't stop after you file your stuff. Move your ass on. You should get this shit filed in the courts on the same day. Oh, what the hell? All you got to do is replace the red font. Once you get one of them, the document structured for one court, for the other court, all you got to do is change the title heading at the top to make it federal and flip the names around because you're the plaintiff now and you're no longer going to be a damn defendant. That's it. The rest of everything is exactly the same. So I know people get to, I'm like, okay, they didn't read the instructions or something. I don't know, but they need to get the head out, okay? Because if you don't do this right and follow the steps, you're going to be in trouble. And then you're going to be contacting me saying, I did everything that you said. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm like, no, no, you didn't. I have your messages showing that you did this other shit, okay? So don't even come with me with that if you didn't do what the instruction said. Now, moving the state court process to be connected with your federal lawsuit is an important step in keeping control. And if you don't do that, you're going to allow the state court players to police themselves, and they do a real good job of that. Yep, James, you're right. It's the mortgage, the first illegal lien. And then they came along with some property tax crap and zoning coding shit, and all of the above, all because your lien is you allowed them to register your deed in their office. And here's the thing. There's always a freaking thing. Here's the thing. The thing is, there's no law that mandates that you have to put your deed in their office. There's no law that says you have to put your deed in their office. And back in the day, people kept the deed in their Bible. Oh, they make a big ass deal. Oh, well, if you do that, your property's going to get encroached upon you. You're not going to have a clear title. You know what? Nobody gives a shit about a clear title anyway until you're ready to sell the property. I mean, you guys about, you know how that goes. We don't care. We're going to do a title search on the property after you're ready. They don't care. So to fix that, if there's a problem, all you do is just add some more paperwork in there. But here's the thing with registering your deed in their office. People don't realize that people from other countries, if they know their shit, they're going to use the computer to access your property information and take over your shit and sell it to somebody else or rent it to somebody else. Absolutely. But that's not why I brought this up. The reason I brought this up is I have people in Texas that are in foreclosure, and they have all the documentation to prove that their lien was paid off. They got the lien release, everything is all signed, but they're in foreclosure. Now, this is the only time, well, one of very few times that I had them send me their paperwork. Okay, because if you guys been in my program, you know I get a little grumpy when you start sending me your shit. Okay, because that's not how this works. You have to understand it and be able to tell me about it. Oh, we got crap for the program. But I had them send me their work because I wanted to take a look and figure out how they were doing that. It was in the early stages of creating recreating the non-judicial foreclosure package. And what I found was that the attorneys went to the county recorder's office. They got their property information off the records, and they filled out a fake assignment. And they stuck this fake assignment up these people's. I wasn't going to say that. Okay, maybe I was. They stuck this fake assignment in these people's face and went after their property. Now, these attorneys know that 99% of us, maybe 100, I don't know. I think it maybe at least up to 99 can't afford an attorney. And if you hire an attorney, and the attorneys know this too, if you hire an attorney to help you with foreclosure, that attorney is going to automatically get a cut of what they steal from you for throwing your ass under the bus in the end. Plus the money they got from your bank account for the fake help. So they know that. So that's what they do. They go after you, but they're not used to anybody addressing them. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're thinking about getting in my program and you want to know when it's over or how long it's going to take or what the outcome is, you need to go and figure out something else. Yeah, because the outcome is different for everyone depending on how much of a badass you are, how much of a BI whatever that you want to turn into. Okay, because these people are going to screw with you, and they're used to just they're used to just telling you go sit down your shit, and people, oh my God, yeah, well, no. So they're going to go for broke because of what they do, and they're going to try and they're going to tell you all kind of stuff to get you to go sit your ass down and leave them alone. But their problem is this: in my program, we're not trying to get before the judge. So if you're not trying to get before the judge, they're stinking screwed and they don't know what to do. Oh, wait. And then you're suing them because they signed. Oh, we're just doing the keeping it simple. You're suing the people who signed. Yep. They do what they call their constructive delivery. Very nice, James. You've done some homework. That's impressive. They do what they call their constructive. Now, so here's the thing, and I'm kind of off the script, but there's a freaking thing. There's a way to stop their assets as long as you got litigation pending, and the way to do that is to file a less pending lien against your property. And what I would do is you have to add a certified copy of your title dispute. That's what you want to call your lawsuit in federal court. You want to call it your title dispute. You need to add a certified copy of your title dispute to the less pendants, and you need to have them place it in the public record next to the deed. And that is a common law maneuver that's very powerful. Now, some states, welcome, John, some states give you a hard time. In the first webinar we had, one of the ladies was telling me that in California, the judge has to okay a lis pendens lien against the property. I was like, what the hell? So there were several people from California, and they were all, and I didn't really get into that, but at the end of the day, the fools are going to do whatever they can to get by. And if you're willing to do whatever it takes, it's not a problem. So that's yeah, they're all pretty much crooks. And you are welcome, Libra Justice. Yep, the attorneys get scared too, and we're going to talk about some things that you guys can be doing too. So if you fail to move your state stuff over to federal court, you're just allowing them to police themselves. And one of the things that I have a couple of people that have done is sued the Bar Association also. So if you sue the state bar association, now they're going to need to have an attorney come from another. I don't know. We got some people that are doing that, so I don't know how they're going to get out of that. But we sued the bar association, and in one case, in two cases, we added the attorney's home to the counterclaim as damages. And that was one of the most powerful things that, oh man, we have the attorney's home as counterclaim to the damage. So when you do that, you have to look up the attorney's property and you have to see whose name is on the property. Because if you're going to sue for the property, you have to include all of the owners of the property. So in the case of one of the people that I was helping, we included the attorney's wife. The foreclosure attorney's wife was included in the lawsuit that we filed in federal court because her name was on the property. And we also included her to the counterclaim as well because we wanted to punch there in the face with that maneuver, with that strategy. We punched them in the face with that strategy. And oh man, I would tell you this. Them attorneys were pissed when his wife got served her own copy of the title dispute showing that we're suing for $10 million plus their personal assets. Uh-huh. Yeah. They were pissed. So the attorneys had the police contact my sister. Yeah, it was pretty funny about that whole thing, and kind of yell at her. At the end, they wanted her to not send any more documents to the attorney's house, and we're like, "What the what? I wasn't going to say that. What the hell? It's okay for them to post all that shit on your door and do all of that, but heaven forbid that that you send something to their house or add their spouse to the lawsuit package." Yeah, we created a lot of friction with that, and yeah, so that's something that you can do. Now, I want to tell you, I don't do this shit to judges because prisoners made it kind of hard to put liens against judges shit or whatever, and I just sue the judge or recuse the judge or whatever. I know, but the attorneys, you can slap them around all day long, and that's pretty much how we do that. Tabin 20, Tabin 20. I don't know if I can say your name right, but welcome to the show. Yeah, they they don't like it when we slander them, but it's okay for them to slander us, and it's okay for them to post the foreclosure shit on all these websites when they still in court and they don't have a judgment yet. So no, Evelyn, you don't have to stay anywhere. You should go to my YouTube channel, or maybe you're here already, and you should search for the instructional video playlist. And in the instructional video playlist, you should watch the updated instructional video. And it shows you how to smash the state court process. And it's not the way you're talking here. That's not going to help you. You need to step. You need to step up with some firepower. So go and check that out. Yeah, well, yeah, they're all still attorneys. Nah, liberal justice, I wouldn't waste my time filing it. Well, if you got your lawsuit filed in their face and they're having trouble getting by, then it's a great idea to complain and stir up trouble the other way and send copies of their stuff. But to complain to them about something that the judge did, they don't give a shit. They're all on the same page. They're all on the same page, and they structured the process that they have for you people who are doing the conventional process. Their attorney structured that process for you. And so here's the thing. There's another thing. There's a thing. If it was me and I structured a process for you to go through for remedy for me kicking your butt and taking your shit, I would make sure that you're not kicking my butt or taking my shit at the end of the process. So yep, use their own rules against him. And that's what I do. I was traumatized by what I've been through, and it forced me to learn all these loopholes and make this my life. And I enjoy my job very much. So you want to check the ownership of the property and make sure that you are including the right people on your stuff. Now, we have people who sued their attorneys for their bar card. Uh-huh. And I'm not done. We've had people who sue attorneys for their bar card and their firm's corporate charter. And see, here's the thing with that. When you sue for the firm's corporate charter, you give yourself an opportunity to be on the board of directors because you have a vote in some shit. Yeah. So then now you can help them make the policies for their law firm more constitutional. Yeah, it sounds crazy. You can sue somebody for the stinking belts they're wearing on their pants, so, or dress. So there you go. So that's how to control attorneys before the hearing. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about how to control attorneys in the hearing. And I like this because, and it don't matter. When you're in a hearing, and I'm telling you what you need to be doing here next. If you allow the judge to make you shut up without the judge threatening to lock your ass up in federal court, you kiss your ass goodbye. Because that's what, they love the Zoom hearings because they just get to yelling at you and people get all flustered. No. So when you're in the hearing, number one, if you think the judge is going to be fair with you, then I don't know what the hell to tell you. You're in the wrong program, and I should give you your money back if you you bought any of my stuff. And then you need to get out of the way before someone steps on your back. Okay, so the judge is not going to be fair. So controlling attorneys in the hearing. The first thing you need to do is speak up first and introduce yourself as a state citizen of the Republic state you were born in, or a state citizen of the planet that you came from, or the state citizen of the eggshell that you was hatched out of, or whatever the hell. The thing is to acknowledge the fact that you're not a U.S. citizen. And that's the thing in the state citizenship package. People get kind of freaked out. Oh, I'm not from here. I don't care. I know you're not a U.S. citizen because nobody can be born in a fake corporation. There, I said it. Yeah. They like to intimidate people. They make fun of you, and laugh at you, and tell you're stupid. So I'm going to tell you this: don't believe anybody that's telling you that you can't fight for your property. Okay, don't believe anybody that's telling you that, even if it's your own ass. Okay, don't believe them. Okay, because you can fight or you can throw your own shit out in the yard. And if you're not ready to fight, then you shouldn't even be here. So I'm just going to throw that out there. So speak first, speak up, and act like you own some shit. And you know what the hell you're talking about. I told a lady this one day: you need to speak up and act like you own some shit. And you need to make sure that you're speaking loud enough to where you can't hear your knees knocking under the table. And she said, "Are you making fun of me?" And I said, "No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm talking from personal experience, and I'm 6'7", so my knees are almost to the top of the stinking table. Okay, that's what I'm talking about." I told her she needed to pay attention. Now, one of the things that I do is I make an oral motion. I'm making an oral motion to dismiss the case due to the fact that the attorney is the foreclosing party and does not have an injured party in the case, and that the attorney is working for the state, and so is the judge. So the judge has conflict of interest. Yeah, so I'm moving to dismiss the attorney's foreclosure case, and I want to grant myself the 5.5. What the hell? You're going for broke. It's like, okay, I'm the coach. I got the chalk. I'm writing this play on the board, okay? I'm moving to dismiss their shit. I want the $5.5 million, and I think I'd like you to stick the attorney's ass in jail for a couple of days. All right, what the hell? You might as well ask for everything. And while you're asking, you want to make sure that you tell them you want your property deed removed from their office and delivered to you as mandated by the state law. This is what I would be asking the judge to do. The state law mandates that the property deed is supposed to be delivered to me, and that's not what they did, Mr. Judge. So I'm expecting you to make them fools deliver my deed to my house and remove it from their records. And then I need your people to call the credit reporting agency and straighten up the lies and crap that they were told, which will fix your credit score overnight. And yeah, you want to make sure that all of that get done. And then there are a few other things in there that you want to be asking for. So the attorney is the only party who signed the document used to initiate the foreclosure against your property. The attorney is the plaintiff in the foreclosure because he or she signed to initiate the foreclosure process. So if you understand that, there's no way that they should be able to send your butt back to state court. The attorney cannot litigate a case he or she is a party to. The corporation can't represent itself in court, and this is a big problem for them. It's a big problem for them because when they try to hire an attorneys and the other attorneys find out that the cow's out of the barn and you are aware that they're the only person foreclosing and it's total BS and you're suing them in the state, and yeah, then they'll be like, oh hell no. I can't help you, man. You're on your own. It sucks to be you. So, Libra Justice, we're not here to talk about all your stuff, and you're not even talking about what we're talking about here. So, I'm going to just finish up my presentation here, and then I'm going to answer some questions that people have. If you have questions about how to get your control of your foreclosure, or get in my program or whatever. So, people need to remember the attorney is a foreign agent, and therefore the state court has no jurisdiction over a dispute between a foreign agent and a state citizen. A foreign agent would have to file in federal court. A foreign agent cannot file their shit in state court, but they get away with it all the time because they're all on the same page trying to steal your stuff. I would file an oral motion to have the attorney sworn in because he or she is the only witness and that the court has on the record. And once the attorney is sworn in, the attorney is considered part of the case. And yeah, so you see, we're using the loopholes to stick in their face. If the attorney is the only witness that signed the petition, the court has no jurisdiction. I file an oral motion to terminate the case due to fraud on the court as the attorney in his action. And the action is not the lender listed on the front page of the petition. And that's a fatal flaw. So, Libra Justice, if you have questions, you can friend me on Facebook, and you can ask me the questions in any of my pages or in Messenger. But if you're not using my package and you haven't gotten my package, or our communication won't have much value, because my thing is teach how to kick these people's ass, but you need to get your shit to be able to do that, or have your own stuff or something. So there's a fatal flaw in the attorney's action because the attorney lied to the court, and the attorney is actually the plaintiff illegally acting as a third-party debt collector. So, hey there, how are you, Malachi? Welcome to the show tonight, and we're moving on with the fire. Now, you must object every time the attorney opens his or her mouth, because the attorney is not allowed to testify. And if you don't know what you're objecting for, I've objected before, and let the judge know that I'm going to figure out why when I get back and talk to my legal team. But I want to get my objection noted on the record. I'll let the record reflect why I'm objecting. So tell the judge and the court. Tell the judge the court doesn't have jurisdiction without an injured party. And I would tell a judge that, you're a state citizen under the public state where you were born, and you're not subject to the court's administrative jurisdiction without an injured party. If the judge decides in the case where he has no legal authority, the judge will be obstructing the administration of justice. Now, most people say violating my right to due process or whatever, and they don't pay any attention to that. But when you use the term obstructing the administration of justice, you get a little bit more respect because they know that you're with somebody that knows something. Because not everybody brings that up. They're obstructing the administration of justice. And when a judge does that, they place themselves in a position for civil liability. Now, what we're finding is that the crooks are not used to being held accountable. So you'll need to work hard to get their attention and let them know that you mean business. And if the judge violates you, you must take actions ASAP by filing an objection, a motion for reconsideration, and then your motion to recuse the judge if that is necessary, and then file a notice of claim against the judge or the claim, depending on the situation. Do not let the state court judge get by violating your rights without holding them liable. And what they're going to do is, even in federal court, they're going to try little small things to get away with. And if you let them get away with the little small things, then pretty soon they're going to be coming in with their order to dismiss your stuff. So thanks, Malachi. And so I'm not allowed to talk about my sister's case. So that's all. That's all I can say about that. I can't talk about my sister. I don't have permission from her to talk about her case anymore. So, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't mentioned it. And I still love my sister. So now you people who've been in the program and been following know what the hell's up. Okay, but that's all I can say. I can't talk about my sister's case anymore on the public forum or social media or any other place in the world or other planets. Yeah, they're obstructing the administration of justice. That's how you, and this is what I would tell the judge. You're obstructing the administration of justice by taking jurisdiction without an injured party, without original contract, without anything except for what the attorneys signed in there. Oh, wait. And the state is really the real party foreclosure because the state already has my property deed in their office, and there's no law that says my shit needs to be in their office. So, yeah. And then you should order the judge to the whole goal of this is to get your property deed back. So I'm just going to say it one more time, and then I'm going to ignore you, Tabini. So I'm not allowed to. I don't have authorization to discuss my sister's case. So anymore with anybody from any planets or other worlds or this planet. So, and my sister's pretty happy. So you need to read between the lines or figure it out on your own. I can't discuss my sister's case anymore. And that's all I got to say about that. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. I can't do this about my sister's case. That's it. I'm not discussing it. I can't. How's that? Okay. The original deed? Oh, what is that? Dude, you're lucky if they even have a deed because they're so out of control. I'm serious. So that's all I can say. I can't discuss some stuff, but y'all know how it is. So that's all I can say about that. You guys, I put a link in the page okay, there it goes. This link is to my my web page that I use for to host my my webinar training topics and schedule dates and stuff. So you should probably save that to your favorites so that you can go back and check. I have a webinar scheduled for the 24th or the 28th of August, and we're going to talk in that webinar about the marriage dissolution and how to get a divorce without paying attorneys a bunch of shit and having the court up in your face. Sorry. And I'll probably have a training before then. I'm hoping to get my other email back. So I've been a little bit jacked up with these dudes hacking into my shit, but I still have it, and they got squat. At one point, we were in a battle for the primary email. I would change the password, and then I would go try to get the other email, and then I go back, and he'd change it back, and I'd change it again. It went on for about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, but I got it. So, and PayPal was not playing either, and kicked their butt and sent back. No, I'm not worrying about. Well, yeah. Said I want my sister mad. No, there are rules that you have to follow when things like this happen. Oh, so for you guys who have been following me and know what's going on, you know exactly what's going on. So if you don't, then you need to figure it out. So my sister's not mad. She's pretty happy, and I don't want to make her unhappy. So I'm not allowed to discuss stuff unless people give me permission. So, and you know, you guys have to maybe think about why someone would not want me to discuss it. Don't think of rocket science to figure that out. So, you guys, if you're interested in any of the webinar trainings, check that page out. I'm going to post the link tonight that you can go ahead and make your investment and register for the webinar if you're interested in it. So, thank you guys for the opportunity of sharing your time tonight. I will see you in the next live stream. And I just posted another video yesterday or this afternoon too, so you guys should check it out. It's like a follow-up on kicking the attorney's butt. So I can say that now. I sent the legal team home early today. It was costing me too much money. Good night, guys.